This is Laugh Smartly, recorded live with your hosts, Biff, Lucky, and Mr. Fun.
So as just said a moment ago, Lucky, how do I get the slag that you have on? Your Scotty's Vodka. That might be one of the better looking hats.
It's a great hat. I have a set of collectible hats. I had that one that was blue and yellow.
Uh-huh.
That actually I gave to Reese because he won, I don't know, the Maryland backpack at the thing. I gave him the hat.
Yeah,
He didn't want
right.
the backpack. So, but I have some hats like this downstairs.
Yeah. And are you of the age that you're allowed to keep the label on the top of the brim?
Yes, I do. Because I'm also going to gift it, or it's going to go back to somebody. So I'm just using it for tonight.
That's like picking chewing gum off the bottom of the table. You're re-gifting something that's been on your body.
Yeah, well,
I'm having a hard time keeping what's the top of the hat called?
The brim.
Not the brim. Is it the brim?
Top. No, the brim. The bill is the flat part.
The bill. I have a hard time keeping my bill crisp these days.
Crisp?
I don't know. My hats they get floppy really fast.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. I think because I throw them in a bag, or I go out in the rain, or I do yard work and I sweat through the entire hat. Stuff like that.
Little secret on the hat: when you're sweating through the hat, right, and you come back and it's got all the sweating all over it.
Yeah.
Just rinse it in water. Just get the whole thing wet and then just air dry it. You don't have to throw it in the dishwasher or any of that other crap. So
good tip.
There's my tips. That's my Martha Stewart tip of the day.
Wow.
As it were. So speaking of Scotty's, we actually didn't mention it the last show, but Mr. Fun, I know, has got something underneath his shirt, which is a vintage Scotty's. Look at that. There's Scotty's, and I got a Scotty's bottle as it creeps in here. So remember, drink Scotty's vodka. Maryland made amazingly smooth. I saw Scotty on some Thanksgiving promos and other things. He is out there, again, pushing the Scotty's vodka. And again, we are proud to support him. And
if I don't make it as a podcaster, I might audition to be a Scotty's model.
Okay. Well, that's good.
What do you think?
Let's hope they're successful before they have you do that. So let's go that. So I said the word creep, and I'm just going to do this as a follow-up because there were comments about the clowns. So the clowns that were shown or talked about last week, and I forgot who raised it. I think you did, Mr. Fun, right?
I'm totally freaked out by your clowns. I know your wife has a passion for clowns.
Okay, so the clowns showed up in my office tonight, and there's one right there.
They walked there by themselves?
They actually came here in a I don't know what this is, a box. They floated in. Look at that. Now, I don't know how creepy these are, if you can tell on camera, but they're a little creepy. They're ceramic.
There's a movie where the killer looks like the guy that you're showing right now.
Yeah. This one right here.
A couple movies.
Right here.
Yeah.
This clown right here.
Yeah, that guy.
So they're odd. There's little ones. There's big. There's a clown playing a piano. A dog clown playing piano. See, this is what we have. So these are around the house, and they just magically appear in the house.
Are they related to Elf on the Shelf?
Oh, yeah.
I got to tell you, I'm 60 years old, and I've been pushing the podcast lately, telling people, to sign up for it. But they go, "What's it about?" And I go, we talk three guys, mid-50s to 60, talking about life and family and stuff like that. I didn't bring up the clowns. I don't think
not?
I just think it's strange that we'd be talking about.
I didn't raise it. Somebody else raised it. That would be you. I was just doing follow-up because inquiring minds wanted to know, Mr. Fun. So
got it. Got it.
The next time we do a sleepover, are you going to bring your clowns, Biff?
We know.
Biff does not participate in sleepovers.
There is no such thing as a sleepover in my adult vocabulary.
Okay.
Right.
So speaking of vocabulary, Lucky, I'm going to jump ahead. The Oxford English dictionary, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
The word of the year is
rage bait,
which would be two words.
Yeah.
Which seems a little odd to me. So, and what does it mean?
So rage bait is the tactic of purposely posting rage-inducing things just to garner attention on social media. Okay. And so the thing is, Oxford is getting a little bit of a beat around a little bit because it's two words. And their second word was aura farming. So they had, they're big into the double word phrases. Last year was brain rot, if you guys remember that. I don't know. I think we did talk about it last year.
So what was aura farming?
Aura farming. I don't even know what that is. I didn't even look it up, but that was the runner up for this year's 2025 word.
So are there things, going back to rage bait, the 2025 word of the year, that you see online that gets you that upset? Meaning, are there things that trigger you using that?
Not me, because I just follow, simple things like University of Maryland sports, some funny guys, but I don't delve into any of the weird politics stuff. But that's where all that stuff lives, is mostly in the political world,
Okay.
and so, yeah, I haven't been subject to rage bait, but the fact that all this publicity for the word rage bait is coming up because of Oxford's word of the year, I bet you there's going to be more rage bait. I bet you I'll see some rage bait. I don't know where though, but
I personally avoid rage bait. I don't have it, but I am having a hard time with clickbait lately. And it's so what I'm really into, finding out if the New York Yankees, for example, are going to make any trades. And now I just think it's a big scam. I read the Yanks make a trade that will change their destiny forever. So I have to read it. And my rage comes from, if they make this trade,
Right.
or it's been suggested, I don't like clickbait. I haven't experienced rage bait, but maybe my clickbait is becoming rage bait, and I hate it. So now I
But
don't click
you-
on anything. I
but
don't click on anything.
you love masturbate.
I do like masturbate,
Yeah.
and if I don't masturbate, it sometimes gives me rage bait. It does. It does. It does.
And it's hard to masturbate when you're doing clickbait.
But
right?
not when you're rage bait. Sometimes you want to
Okay.
look in the mirror and just be very angry
At yourself.
at yourself for masturbating.
I saw
That's
this
when I
book.
get rage bait.
I saw that.
Like-
I saw this book in a bookstore in South Carolina.
Yeah.
It was called "What Not to Do When You're Masturbating," and it's a picture book of things like. And again, you're supposed to think, okay, I shouldn't do this when I'm masturbating, but it's like someone using like a power saw.
Yeah.
Like you got to be careful. Don't use a power saw when you're masturbating. But
You
it's
know
all
what you
these,
should
like,
never do? You should never chest bump a friend while masturbating.
True.
Never do that. Friendly fire, they call that. Hey, will you guys do something fun when it comes to words and letters and all this stuff? For some reason, I had this urge to associate a dirty word or a mean word with every letter of the alphabet. So like A was ass and B was bitch. C, we can come up with one. D, you can come up with one. I stopped at E. Is there a bad word? Would you
Eat
come
out.
up with
Eat out.
Eat out?
Eat
Is
out.
that one word or two?
No, well, he's the Oxford guy.
I read the
yeah, F is easy, right?
What?
The
Yeah.
F word. If we
Yeah.
take his E, F is easy.
Yeah.
G, gangbang,
Oh,
Two
nice.
words.
right?
G-spot.
Okay.
That's a good pull. That's a
G-spot,
good
yeah.
pull on your part.
Yeah.
Gangbang.
H.
H is whore. Oh, I said
Oh.
whore.
Oh, horny.
horsecock. Horsecock would be H.
Oh, no. Okay. No, we're not going to. I. I.
I is
I.
I is icky.
Icky. And
We got to come up
In
with
the
an I.
ass. In the ass.
oh, stop.
In the ass.
No,
Right?
it would be
J, jerk off.
incest.
Incest.
Oh, incest.
Okay. J is
Jerk off.
jerk off. K.
K is
Is K.
koala fucking. No, K.
KY.
Cookie.
K.
KY.
Okay, we'll go KY.
Okay. L. Well, that's you can go.
What do you
Labia.
What? God.
What?
Okay. Let's keep
Majara?
going.
Labia Majara or Manara? Which one are you going with?
Okay. M. Speaking of
Masturbate.
All right. N.
N. Ooh. Come on, we can do this. N. Oh,
What?
don't go there.
No.
Don't go. No. What's a good N word? I mean, N.
N. I don't know.
Nookie.
Necrophilia. Necrophilia.
Oh, that's good.
What's that? Sleeping with dead people, right?
Scientific.
Right?
all right.
Okay. Okay. O.
Orgasm.
Orgasm. P.
Pussy.
Oh, you said it. Until Mrs.
Mrs.
Biff, I
Biff
did
does
say
not ban that
Poontang.
word.
Poontang.
Ban that word from our
Okay.
podcast.
Q.
Q. Queer.
Queef.
Queef. So
Queef.
good.
That's a good
Okay.
one.
R.
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 Rock hard.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
S.
As
Just pure sex.
Okay.
sexual.
All right. T.
Titties.
Titties.
Jeez, he is quick.
That's a good one. I love titties.
He might be uvula.
Uterus.
You up the I don't know.
Uterus. No, stop, Pluggy. What are we on? V?
V.
Vulva.
VJ. The vagina.
Okay. All right. W.
W. Wet vagina.
Okay. X is going to be tough. Well, X rated.
Yeah.
X-rated.
Okay. Y.
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 Yucky. Yuck.
Okay. Oh.
Yodler. Yuck.
Yodler.
Oh, Y's tough.
Okay. Well, why? Why? Oh my gosh. We're gonna stumble.
Yank it.
All right.
yank it.
That's it. All right. Then Z.
Z.
Z. So wait, we didn't have Z. Did we
Z.
get an E? I might have been talking over it. Did we ever get the E?
Eat out.
Eat out.
Yeah.
Right.
Z is when you fall asleep after all is said and done there.
There you
Okay.
go.
Right.
Good.
Oh,
All right.
so good. So
Well
nice
done.
of you. So
Well,
sweet.
well done. Well
Well
done. So
I like that as a spot. We'll pick different terms or different
Yeah.
themes.
Maybe when we have
that's
a guest, we could say the letter and say what word comes to mind. What
You don't
dirty
want
word.
a guest like this one?
Come on.
all
Wait,
right.
how many clowns do you have surrounding you at this moment?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 clowns.
I have 8 clowns and 2 on
And
screen.
are there more, or is that the complete collection?
I believe I don't know. I don't actually follow the clown collection. The clown
Okay.
with the symbols is a little odd, I must admit. He's
Do
got
we-
little symbols.
So you can play music
Yes,
in
he
the
can
middle
do,
of the
he
night.
can do music. It's like the cat AI videos. So, hey, Mr. Fun, you were you sent us a video of your improv. So where
Yeah.
are we in the process?
So the class is 4 weeks, 3 of which are in person, 1 is remote, one-on-one with the coach.
Okay,
You get up there, you give your 5 minutes, and then everybody tears you apart and
right.
just strips you down. I feel badly because there's probably 2 or 3 people in the class right now who are like almost on the fence about participating. And they were really funny week 1, and their
Right.
confidence is just shot. I'm not
Okay.
sure it's the best model if you're a little if
Okay.
you have if you're not sure that you're
Okay.
funny.
But you did 5 minutes, which I guess earlier today.
Yeah.
And you had worked up, and Lucky and I both thought you came across very confidently, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey,
Thank
even
you.
when you landed some jokes and some didn't land as well as you thought they would, but you didn't hesitate. Is that after your one-on-one with the instructor? How did that work? What
So
did
the
you do?
one-on-one, he's teaching a class that you paid to be in. So I
Right.
have so much respect for this guy. And he's
Right.
like, I don't really get this, or this would work better. He does that when he hates it in most
Okay.
cases.
Okay.
And I'm very thankful that for me, he's now tweaking like certain words. Certain words in that video, and I'm not going to give away the joke, but I think I've done it before, where
Yeah,
I do a joke and I have the word. The punchline is Polish American joke book,
Yeah.
and
you
he
told,
and he
yeah.
said half your audience isn't going to get it. They have no idea what that even is. So I
A
asked
Polish
today,
joke.
is that funny? And these 3 young ladies, they're probably in their 20s, are like, was that a thing? Like, isn't that funny? They had
Yeah.
no idea what Polish American jokes were.
So how do you contemporize that?
Joke. Brought you this
Just,
joke book.
just a joke book.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing now. We're tweaking it. And I don't like this. Like, this is really new for me. That, I mean, when you have an hour-long HBO special, you can get up there and ramble and tell stories. This is memorize a script, which is new for me. Memorize every word practically that you're going to say for 5 minutes.
But that's what almost every comedian though does,
well,
right?
I know it now. I know it now.
Okay. Right.
But that's not what I expected. I mean, I you see the videos, it's all the crowd work and you're asking questions. Like, you're not supposed to ask questions because you don't know the answer and you only have 5 minutes and you don't want those people to take up your 5 minutes. Like, I've learned so much, and a lot of it is it makes it hard because you get nervous when
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing about stand-up, though, it's not you just go stand up and do it. There is practice. So if you do that 5 minutes over and over again, you're going to work out the things, and it'll be ultra smooth if you do it, if you did it like 10 times. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
And with this, I mean, in a month, you're going to put together 5 minutes of stuff that you think is funny. It's probably not your funniest, but you memorize it. It's good. And then, like the coach said, at the end, 6 months from now, you might have none of this in your act.
Right.
You may see what works, doesn't work. You may find that one particular part of your act can be its own act. So it's been fun. It's been really fun. I highly recommend it for anybody who just wants to give it a try. It's been fun.
So then December 16th, you are
Yep.
going to be on stage. Now, if the audience wants to go, they can pay to go to the Improv. How do they do this? Is
I
it
would
just
absolutely.
open?
It would be so fun to have people show up. I have about 30 people coming supposedly already.
And what time?
7:30 Tuesday the 16th. Tickets are on sale. You got to pay $10. They
Right.
sell tables of 4, so for $40 you can invite
This is
3
the
friends and get
DC Improv, just so we're clear.
DC Improv. Go online and get yourself a
That's
ticket.
awesome. Well, good.
There's food, there's drink there. Don't drink during my act or get large food orders because I'll be distracted.
All
But
right.
yeah, come and I'll do my best to make you laugh.
I can't wait.
Good.
All right, let's do it.
So other entertainment, Lucky, this week, just since we'll segue off of that, a couple things. One is Spotify came out with their annual stuff, which I have a version of it on Amazon, but Spotify. The other one was Netflix. But let's take those in order, Luck.
Yeah, so Spotify Wrapped is like it's actually a new feature or a newish feature in the last couple of years, but it's really done a great job to draw attention to Spotify. So Spotify Wraps is basically a summary of your listening habits for the year that Spotify basically puts together and sends to you. And one of the controversial things in the Wrapped summary is your music age. So some of the younger people who like listen to 80s music, they're getting like, oh, your Spotify listening age is 55, and they're like 30. And they're getting a little pissed off the fact that Spotify is characterizing them as old. Nobody wants to be in the close to a boomer or an Xer. There's these millennials, right, or whatever they are today.
So just on a related note, so go to a holiday party here at the beach last night, and Kevin P, who has been on the show before, Kevin P of Shore Watch Management, which I think I have a shirt on here, karaoke at the party, and he comes out of the gate hot. He comes out with Keith Sweat, who I didn't know. I must admit I didn't know, but this was like his songs were Keith Sweat, Marvin Gaye, Sexual Healing, and another Marvin Gaye song. Forgive me what they are. They were all sort of these like sexy songs, and he's singing them. But Keith Sweat, I had never heard of him. I mean, I don't know who he is, and there was a song. Apparently, it was popular. Probably 20 years ago or something like that.
What song did you sing, Biff?
Gosh, Kevin and I sang a duet. What did we sing?
What?
Oh, it was funny. We had a good time. Anyways, I sang everything I could. We sang
Any
a little
solos? Like what?
Frank Sinatra. We sang Elton John. Billy Joel. I'm trying to think. We did a lot of the classics to get out.
How were you
there.
dressed when you did the duet? I'm just curious.
I actually had a Christmas sweater on. A Christmas sweater which had a fireplace that you put your phone in the middle of your sweater. It looks like a fireplace. So I put a fire in my sweater. So that's what I did. But going back to the point about, it is how, we talked about this with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, how quick music moves along now. It's like something I think is new. I'm finding out it's 15 years ago, right? You just don't know. It serves it up and you just start listening to it. Mm-hmm. So that's how it happens.
Are you wearing white pants?
I was not wearing white pants.
I'm just, I got, so you're wearing a Christmas sweater with a working fireplace, singing a duet.
Yes.
With one of your guy friends.
Why not?
Is that Friday night? Is that how we spent Saturday?
That's how I spent Saturday night.
What are you drinking? Like
I was drinking
eggnog.
I was drinking wine. If we must know,
Chablis.
not Chablis. It was a Pinot Noir. Come on.
A Pinot Noir.
Come on, Lucky. You gotta know
what
that.
Has happened to Biff, Lucky? What has happened to him?
All right. So Biff was at some he partied it up this weekend. Mr. Fun, are you going to any company holiday parties?
Yes, I have. No, yeah. I went to one on Friday.
So I read an article about the company holiday party no-nos. Okay. We need to make sure that you're equipped with these so you don't break any of these rules when you hit the party scene this season. All right. Number one, some of these are pretty straightforward, but some of them are like they're really good lessons. Okay, dress appropriately. Okay, and this is mostly for like the ladies. You don't want to be rolling in and you're, breaking the. The HR has the rules about what you're supposed to wear to work every day. Don't bang that out at the holiday party. The rules still apply. Skip a lot. This is a big one. A lot of people skip saying hi to the boss or the boss's boss. No. You should make sure you go up and say, hey, thank you for the party, or just like a small chit chat goes a long way. But if you purposely avoid them, it's
I mean, what if you're inappropriately dressed? You don't want to go up and say hi if
That's
you're
true.
inappropriate.
Yeah.
You got to pick your battles. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay, so this one's a big one. So when everybody gets up to start dancing, don't be the one that's sitting down watching everybody dance. Okay, even if you're not a good dancer, get up and at least move a little bit because it shows you're like part of the team.
Do you dance at the parties, Mr. Fun?
So the party this weekend, the band, it was a band, it was great, and I'm dancing with Mrs. Fun, and I'm jumping around a little bit, and I'm up front, and the lead singer, they're doing time. What's that thing where you do the back and forth with your legs? Come on, help me out. What's the famous song by?
Did it make me want to shout?
No,
Time.
it's
More Stay in the Night? More Stay in the Time?
I can't remember it. Anyway, he's doing this thing that I can't do. He's like got his hands on his belt buckle, and he's like kicking one leg out and the other leg out. He's back and forth like that.
Yeah.
And he gets in front of me and wants me to replicate that. And for the first time, I just walked off the dance floor. I don't want to injure myself. That would have been horrible. Horrible. So I left the dance floor. So humiliated.
Yeah. Well, it's no taking leftovers home, Mr. Fun. Don't be the last one at the party. Yeah. Keep the phone away. Nobody wants pictures taken of anyone, and don't be on your phone while you're sitting there watching everybody else dance. So, pack those lessons in. You'll have a successful party season.
Nothing surprising there.
There was nothing surprising. There was nothing like I thought you were going to get into the don't hit on your on so and so, or there's none of that on the list.
Well, that was on the last year's list. Don't photocopy your dick or your ass or anything like that, or those are like already known, and people don't break those rules anymore.
Oh, okay.
I remember leaving a Christmas party years and years ago when I was young in the business, and I didn't have this in mind, but there was a lady of the night there. A lady of the night. Yeah.
At the Christmas party?
Right outside. It was in Baltimore, and she propositioned me. And I was like, well, I don't know. So I went behind the bushes with her, and, I realized we spent a little time together. I didn't realize that I had forgotten my wallet. So I reach in my pocket and I hand her $20. I hand her $20. Well, the next day, things weren't feeling right. And I realized I had crabs. She had given me crabs. So I went back there that night and I said, hey, you gave me crabs. And she said, what, for $20, what did you expect? Lobster? Sorry. I didn't want to make that about myself. I got caught up in the whole joke.
Yeah, you were supposed to shift that to Lucky.
I know.
Lucky was at a party one time.
Yeah, no, I got to end it real quick. That didn't go off as well as I hoped. Hey, before we leave, the whole idea for Netflix, should I be prepared to share my top songs or something? Where will we go?
Spotify or Netflix? No,
sorry. Spotify.
Two different things. Spotify. You can share it if you'd like.
Because I want to announce to the world that Play That Funky Music, White Boy, for a third year in a row is in my top 3. I'm totally addicted to that song, apparently.
How often do you play that song?
I guess it. So you know what? Spotify has this like AI DJ, and that guy plays it all the time. He's like, we're going to play some songs you're familiar with. So he plays that song over and over again for me. So what about you? What's your top song?
I had an old song. So I will say, just I'll put a plug in for Rockfish. Number 3 on my list with Chesapeake Time.
Nice.
Because I do search that for a bit. I got onto a Dire Straits thing towards the kind of late summer, early fall, and I listened to it a ton. So mine's a Dire Straits song, funny enough, which is the top song, which it's 30 years old, 40 years old now. So I don't know. A lot of I'm all over the map. I don't have a specific one. Not like Play That Funky Music, White Boy.
My number one song last year, because I played it over and over again to try to learn the words, and I bet you guys have never heard of it. It's a country song. She Hates Me. She Hates Me. Do you know it?
No.
Oh, it's so good. I'll sing it for you guys sometime.
Okay. Please do that. What about you, Luck? What was your number one song?
I didn't get my Spotify Wrapped. I just joined Spotify. Here's a funny story about joining Spotify. So my kids have a credit card that they use for incidentals at college. Okay. And every month, of course, it's a battle because I'm like, what are you guys using the card for unauthorized expenses for? What are these charges? So it's usually me, sending a picture of the credit card bill highlighted like question mark. So this past month, there was a Spotify membership on there. And I'm like, WTF? Like, why are you guys charging Spotify to me? And I forgot I was down at Clemson Dad's weekend, and one of my drunken stupors, we had a dad-daughter dance party, and I subscribed to Spotify so we could play music. So it was pretty funny.
Well, that's good. That's good. Real quick, Netflix buying Warner Brothers. The only thing I'll say about it is that there was a quote from the guy that was at Warner Brothers. This was when Netflix started selling DVDs and or doing the DVD thing in like 2008, 2000, whatever it was. They were sending the DVDs, and somebody asked the guy at Warner Brothers, "Does it worry you what Netflix is doing?" He goes, "I don't worry at all. It's like Albania taking over the world." That was his quote, is what he said. And lo and behold,
Albania is going to be running the streaming world, and with the content. But okay, so who would have thought that Netflix has $72 billion to throw around to acquire a behemoth entertainment company like Warner Brothers?
Don't they? But I read this. They have 400 million subscribers, I think is the number. Something huge. And that's why. I mean, that's how they want all the platforms, right? They want to control the corner of the
Well, they want content.
Market.
They're really good at they're really good at generating their own content. Like they have great shows and series and movies now. But that rich library of legacy things like the Harry Potter stuff, all the HBO items, they own I think Friends and Big Bang Theory and Wizard of Oz. I mentioned Harry Potter, like Casablanca, things like that. Those are all in the Warner Brothers library. So, basically, Netflix is buying a bunch of content, and I don't know. Do you think Netflix? You think it's a good deal? You think it's something they should be doing?
Who am I to say? I mean, I don't know. I mean, we watch Netflix, we watch other things. I think if you were within those industries, you'd be worried whether you were movie theaters, right? Because Netflix doesn't like to do movie theaters, generally speaking. They like to release it on TV. If you're in the creative world, it's one less person to buy your stuff or entity to buy it, I suppose. But they're pretty prolific. So I don't know.
I think it's funny. My buddy Don down in North Carolina, he goes, you and Lucky, just anytime you defer to Biff and he comes out with that really like smart voice of his, whatever he says, you believe it's the truth. He goes, when he was talking about the sauna the other day, do you realize that water boils at 215 degrees? And he was saying that the sauna was like 280. What did you
No. I said it was 220 or something like that. It's something in Celsius.
You could burn. I think you could burn like food at 200.
That's why I sit on a towel. Okay, so I'm just going to look this up.
I looked it up. The average temperature of a sauna is between 150 and 180.
But it goes up. It can go over 200.
Maybe that's why you're having all these troubles, Biff, because your sauna's turned up too high.
Right.
Everybody's
if you open your mouth, the water inside would start boiling.
It's I can guarantee it's over 200 degrees. Maybe it's not 220. You're not going to boil, by the way. You are going to get hot. So, okay. Well, tell Don he can. Okay. So, anyways. So, Don's probably what? Go ahead.
The Prime Minister of Israel is actually going to buy Netflix and Yahoo. He's going to call it
Netanyahu.
Not yeah.
Lucky got the punchline before you could get it out of your mouth. So, anyways, I'm going to go back to the sauna thing because Don is probably one of these people. I go into the locker room. I get it. Go to the sauna. I'm going to go in the locker room. I'm going to shower. Right. I had my stuff in a locker. There's a guy sitting in front of the locker where my stuff is. He's an old guy. He's got a shirt on, but he is naked from the waist down, sitting on the bench. Not a towel.
Okay.
His ass is on the bench. Who does that? You just can't sit your ass on the bench. You got to have a towel.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that? Either one of you. Have you ever sat on the bench, just your ass?
No.
Okay. But go to the public toilet. Your ass sits on a toilet. Somebody else is going to sit on it and sit on it.
It's a bench. You know what's not sitting on the toilet is the middle of his ass, right? That's over the water, right? This is on the bench. There is something just inherently
Wait,
wrong
I'm
with
sorry. We're in the locker room or the sauna?
it. In the locker room.
In the locker room. Where's the water?
He's not. He's sitting on the bench. He's
Oh, I
just
see what you're
sitting
saying. When you're in the
outside
toilet.
the locker,
outside the
lockers.
locker. Outside the locker. He's sitting on the bench outside the locker. Naked, butt ass naked, on the bench.
Did you
You're
let
like-
out a gasp when you saw it? Were you like,
Maybe he was picking out his underwear or something. Like he was in transition.
He could have been. Have you ever done it? Would you do
How
it?
old
Is it
was
right?
he? Maybe he needed to relax. Maybe he was having.
Okay, maybe he could have. Maybe
Did you see him get up? Like, did he then shimmy into a wheelchair or something? Like,
he
how
did
do you
not.
know?
He did not.
How do you know he
But the
wasn't-
other observation I had, which is, so you've both been to the gym. You go to the gym these days, and there's hand wipes everywhere, right? You're supposed to wipe down the machines and all that other
Right.
stuff. You know where there's not hand wipes?
in the
In the
room?
locker room.
Yeah.
Why isn't there anything to wipe anything down in the locker room?
So wait, go back. So you're there. You walk in. You're stunned into.
Yes,
you're
that's right.
paralyzed with fear as you see this.
I don't
Yeah.
make eye contact. I
don't make
move.
eye contact.
I get my stuff and I move over
Your
to the
stuff
other
is
end of the locker.
behind him, though, right?
It's in
He's
front of
blocking
him.
your way?
It's in front of him.
Okay.
He's sitting in front of the locker where my stuff is. So I grab this stuff, but I can't help but notice he is sitting naked on the bench.
right.
I just think there's something.
Did you
so
make
wrong
eye
with it.
contact with him?
I did. No, I did everything I could to avoid eye contact. Lucky.
When he got up, did he put on a sweater with a working fireplace?
I was it. Screw you. Screw you. All right.
That's crazy.
Since
Speaking
I
of,
have-
speaking of
was
that,
it?
you talking
Yeah.
about using the wipes. I was in a in a public restroom in an airport today. You ever see the as you're walking out, they have little buttons you can push it for, like, if you liked that it was the bathroom was
Yes.
clean
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
who was touching that?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody just was, half the people don't wash their hands,
Right.
and they go
Yeah.
by and they touch the button. You're
Yeah.
touching the button. It's got germs all over it.
Look, that's right. You're exactly
nasty.
right. So, and other etiquette news, since I have the microphone. So I'm up in North Jersey this week. I'm at and I'm going to name it out, the Embassy Suites in Parsippany, New Jersey, and they have a breakfast buffet. Right, it's a big hotel. It's, I don't know, probably 200-300. It's not like your Courtyard Marriott. It's a big hotel, and they've got a breakfast buffet. And I go down there at like 8:30 or so, and people are in their pajamas eating breakfast. Is that normal? When did that become a thing that people are literally walking out of their room in their pajamas and they're eating breakfast in the public?
How old
Restaurant.
were the people?
You had adults and kids. So I'm not going to just lump it
adults were in
together.
their PJs?
Yeah,
Hmm.
they were in their PJs, and kids in their PJs. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
What has happened in this world?
Could they pass for like athletic wear, or were
No,
they?
they were pajamas. They were the plaid type. These are like pajamas. You could tell they're pajamas.
Yeah.
If I
Unlike-
know you're a Renaissance man, you
Yeah.
really want to leave your mark on society, you should write a book,
Oh,
Diff Etiquette. Diff
I,
Etiquette. And you should express these views to the world.
it's in my book, by the way. So
It is?
I
Diff
should start
Etiquette?
plugging it. No, it's not. My etiquette's not in the world. Although I did get I had my book so it was my whatever resolution. So
Yeah.
I have moved the book along, and I actually had the manuscript reviewed. Unfortunately, I got like a 5,000 word response, which is this document here. It was
Oh,
sent back
like
to
a
me. I have to
rejection letter?
I have to go through it all. No, it's things I need to, almost like you're coaching Mr. Fun on the jokes. I got to go in and change some things. I'm like, oh, this is going to
Yeah.
be difficult.
I
got
feel
to
so
rewrite
inadequate.
something.
I don't have a coach.
Yeah. We can get you one. What would you like to be coached on?
I don't know.
Hey, speaking of breakfast, our frequent listener, Slab.
Uh-huh.
He stayed over one time, and he was like,
Was
said,
it a
"Do you want bacon?"
sleepover? Was it a
Yeah, I
sleepover?
said, "Do you want bacon?" And he was like, "I'm Jewish," and I was like, "Well, I'm not going to charge you for it."
Very good.
Is that mean? Can I say that?
No.
Will I get banned? Okay.
No.
Okay, I got a question for you guys. What's the coldest temperature you've ever been in?
Been in well below freezing. I got to think. I was one time in Toronto. It had to be about 20-ish below zero, maybe.
Oh wow, that's
something
pretty
like
good.
that. Around that, I think that's cold, but it's
You
not
were with-
enjoyable.
You were with me on the top of Killington, right? When we went skiing?
Yeah, it was cold there. We've had some cold there.
We had snopsicles. Our
yeah.
noses were running, and they were freezing as your nose was running. It was.
I'm not sure. I will say, Lucky, I know you're going on this because you were just in Quebec. I'm not sure I've been to in December any place that cold. It's usually like in the heart of the winter. So what
Yeah.
did you have this week?
Now it was -9, which is and that was like, at the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
So, which was the coldest that I've ever been in, I think.
Yeah.
And it's the start of their winter. So,
Yeah.
in January, February, they get down to some ridiculous numbers.
Don't they skate on canals and stuff up there? Do they where the canal? Don't they have places where they skate publicly, like on the rivers and
the
stuff?
St. Lawrence River is the major water
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
But they keep it flowing because because it's a big shipping.
Yeah.
So they're always icebreakers are huge up there.
Right.
Like you get woken up by hearing the icebreakers doing their thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can you briefly recap the story? This is the anniversary of
What took me to Quebec City?
Yeah.
Yeah. So on Saturday this week, December 6th, was the 108th anniversary of the Halifax explosion. In 1917, there was a ship that was on fire in the Halifax harbor, and there was another ship that was trying to get into the harbor before the submarine nets were pulled up, and that ship had a bunch of munitions on it, and those two ships collided and made the biggest man-made explosion before the Hiroshima bomb, created a tsunami-esque kind of thing. Thousands of people died, and my family has the weird distinction of having the most people that perished in that disaster. So my family is very involved in the recognizing the anniversary. I think one of the first episodes that we did of our prior podcast, I just come back from a celebration of the anniversary. But we had a family reunion up in Quebec City, which was awesome, and we had a great time, a bunch of great dinners, and spent time together. So it was an amazing time, and there was a big ceremony in Halifax. There's a big memorial there. Some of our relatives who didn't come on the reunion were represented our family at that. They placed a wreath, said a part of the the ceremony, etc. So.
What do they call people from Quebec? It's not a joke.
Quebecois.
There is a term?
Yeah, Quebecois. Quebecois.
That's the French version. I thought it was like Quebecers or something.
No,
I thought it was Quebecois.
You know what, though? Okay, so I've been in Paris and Quebec in the same year. I think Quebec might be more French than Paris in terms of like, they expect you to use, French language as opposed to using American language. Sort of this up in Quebec, they're super nationalistic, and to the point where they're thinking of seceding from Canada and creating their own country.
They had a vote and it didn't pass.
Which would be the dumbest thing.
Yeah,
the people of Quebec could do.
Yeah,
they're an isolated French country surrounded by an English-speaking country. They could do that all day long, but that wouldn't be the smartest thing. But.
You know why people from Quebec like to make love doggy style? So they can both watch the hockey game.
Okay, that's good.
All right, and let's end on some sporting news, Luck. I know there's college football is everything. Yeah.
Well, the big one was the college football playoff controversy, where Notre Dame got left out, and James Madison and Tulane are both in, two teams that aren't usually known for being at the top of the heap college football wise. But I think it's going to be cool to have a couple true underdogs as part of the 12-team playoff. I think that, from my perspective, I think it'll be cool. They're significant underdogs in the teams that they're playing, but I think that's pretty cool. But the big one was Lane Kiffin gave up his job as the Ole Miss coach, they're one of the 12 teams in the playoffs, to take the LSU job. And of course, he wanted to stay with Ole Miss to coach them, but LSU said, no, we need you to come. The National Signing Day was this past week. So all the high school recruits were signing their letters of intent. So he is no longer with Ole Miss, and he's now with LSU. Very controversial. He went from a great job and a great situation to supposedly a better job.
So there's a misalignment of the signing day and these coaching announcements. That's the crux of it, right?
Yeah.
Because it just seems silly that A, he left before the end of the season, and B, they announced it, I guess, and B, they wanted him to go so they could get recruits to sign there, which just seems wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
James Franklin got fired from Penn State, took all the recruits, right? So Virginia Tech had actually a pretty good recruiting class. Penn State couldn't get a coach. Now they've tanked, right? They've got nothing.
Two. They signed 2 players.
Yeah, right.
Penn
So
State.
they've got nothing. But then, and I know you mentioned James Madison, which is my daughter's youngest daughter's alma mater. Their coach is going to UCLA, but they're letting him coach through to the end, and now he's made the playoffs. And there seems to be a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. And college football seems to find the wrong way more often than not as of late.
Yeah. But how about Indiana being the number one?
Well, they deserve it. Yeah, I know. Again, former James Madison coach, right?
Yep.
Took all those players with him. But well, I think the playoffs, just going back that real quick, the controversy is really as much Alabama as it is Notre Dame, right? Because Alabama got in as a 3-loss team, but they were worried about the conference championships imploding. I mean, it would penalize Alabama to play in it. They probably would have gotten in if they didn't play in the SEC championship. So why play in it? And Mr. Fun was mentioning Notre Dame has now said they're not in anything. They're saying, well, screw all of you. We're not going to play in a bowl game.
We may be watching the demise of the non-playoff bowl right before our eyes because a bunch of teams are saying, hey, we're not going to go play bowl games.
Yeah. You might be.
Wait, are they cutting off their nose to spite their face? Isn't there money in it for them?
Like,
why are they saying no?
It usually costs them to go.
Really?
And to play those games, to get all their resources, their people, to fly there, buy the tickets that they sometimes have a hard time selling.
Well, that makes sense to me then. Yeah.
I mean, the oddest thing out of all of it, and then we can go off of foot, is the Atlantic Coast Conference. Yeah. It's crazy what happened to them. Yeah. And that they went to have they backdoored a team with Miami getting in. Conference championship didn't matter.
That's amazing.
That's incredible to me. So, but
well, I have one more thing on the Lane Kiffin contract. He has an incentive in his LSU contract that if Ole Miss progresses, he gets paid.
Oh wow!
Which is like even I don't know. It's just got to be. That's just not right.
So, yeah. All right, Mr. Fun. We didn't start with a joke, but we need to end with a joke.
Can I tell you a classic one from the back in the Talk About days? How do most women hold their liquor? By the ears.
Okay. And Lucky, do you want to tell him how recently he has told that joke?
It seems very familiar. It didn't seem like 3 years ago that he said it.
No, it seemed like 3 weeks ago he said that
you
joke.
You think?
Oh, yes. No, not.
Did I tell a joke about Skittles during Halloween?
No, you didn't tell that one, but go ahead.
What do Skittles do that men can't? Come in multiple colors.
Good. Very
That's all
good.
I got.
That's
all I got.
That's very good.
Damn,
we need a why sexual thing. I still have been racking my brain on why.
On why?
Why? In the alphabet thing.
The letter Y?
We didn't come up with a good why.
I thought you did.
No.
Why?
We didn't come up with why.
It was, that's right.
No, that was K. KY. That was K.
Yeah. No, I know. Wait, he was saying it's the other half of that. It's, no.
All right.
No, you first.
We need your help.
Okay. Yeah. Why? Okay. We'll do that. So,
young man.
Oh, stop.
For you, Biff.
Stop. What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
All right. Lucky, I know people can get. Lucky, I know people can get a hold of us any number of ways. But what is our official way of getting hold of us?
Laugh smartly.
Nope.
At
feedback.
I don't know. I haven't gotten any. I've been away. I've been away.
All right, feedback at laughsmartly.com.
Feedback. That's feedback.
It. And also talk about 2023 at gmail.com works if anybody needs that to get a hold of us. Or carrier pigeons and texting seems to work.
Have we told people why we changed the name?
Yeah, we've actually told them a couple times, Mr. Fun. We're not going to tell them.
When's the last time you told Mr. Fun, Biff?
What? Why we changed the name? Yeah, that's right. I forgot to tell.
I like the new name. I get it. We're rebranded.
I do have people coming up to me. I had a Margaret C from Rockland County, New York, came up to me, listened to the podcast, has enjoyed it. Tassos P from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, who I met up with this week, is listening to the podcast now. So we've got people.
We're national. And international.
International.
Right?
We are going to see a massive bump in Canadian listenership and watching our YouTube. I promoted it. All the guys were asking me about it. Some of the ladies were asking me about it. I think our demographic, we have some young people there. So, and to shout out to all the Jackson clan. Thank you for listening. I hope you continue to enjoy it. It's a bunch of like the California relatives were all interested too, so we're gonna get some bump.
Do I have to subtitle this in French now, Lucky? Should I do that one episode? Just put it in French. Maybe I get past the YouTube censors.
Yeah.
Who, for some reason, had a problem with the word orgasm, which struck me as a bit odd. So I it's on the screen on the last joke that Mr. Fun told that from last week, which he did in his 5-minute set. As a matter of fact, he had the same joke.
Nobody laughed.
No, they did. Somebody
Okay.
laughed in that, and but I guess because I had the word orgasm on the subtitling, we didn't get any views. I go in and I go, oh, then I put 5 asterisks or whatever it is to spell orgasm, ORGASM, and we get thousands just by putting asterisks over the letters on orgasm.
What's wrong with the orgasm?
That's what I don't get. I have no idea.
Wait, did you make it a fake orgasm?
We should end on that one. All right. Well, that was a good last word. See, Mr. Fun, this was your improv training is paying off immediately. That's awesome. So good. Anyways, good to see you guys, and I thank everybody for listening to the podcast this week. And hopefully next week we will do it in person. Until then, let me just say goodbye.
Christmas is coming, even though might not be that cold out, might not see a lot of snow. Yeah, Christmas is coming, it's in the river air. Wrap a hammock or Potomac, Santa will be there. If you're 2 or 92, in a few short weeks, Santa will be coming down your creek. We'll have a northern egg Christmas, hang your crabs upon the tree. Have a northern egg Christmas, get your oysters for free. Have a northern egg Christmas, you might not see a lot of snow. A northern egg Christmas, hang out by the fire's glow. Well, Santa could live anywhere, I'll make you a bet. He moved the North Pole right to the northern egg. Find some mistletoe, put some music on, and turn your lights down low. Grab a little eggnog, throw in a little rum. Yeah, now we're getting ready for some Christmas time fun. From Whitestone to Warsaw, the Wacomico, it's a Merry Christmas everywhere you go. We'll have a northern egg Christmas, hang your crabs upon the tree. Have a northern egg Christmas, get your oysters for free. Have a northern egg Christmas, you won't see a lot of snow. Yeah, northern egg Christmas, hang out by the fire's glow. Well, if Santa could live anywhere, I'll make you a bet. He'd move the North Pole right to the northern egg. We'll have a northern egg Christmas, hang your crabs upon the tree. Have a northern egg Christmas, get your oysters for free. Have a northern egg Christmas, you won't see a lot of snow. Yeah, northern egg Christmas, hang out by the fire's glow. Well, if Santa could live anywhere, I'll make you a bet. He moved the North Pole right to the northern egg. Well, if Santa could live anywhere, I'll make you a bet. He'd move the North Pole right to the northern edge.